Welcome back to Vintage Shield Garage. Does your car have this annoying noise, which is the parking sensors just beeping and will not shut up? Well, today we're going to be looking at the parking sensors on the Mitsubishi Outlander, but it could be any car. You'll get this annoying beep, you're not near anything, in proximity of anything, and they're just beeping all the time, and you think, I need to take it in the garage and get them replaced, or replace them yourself. Well, there's a few things you can check first of all. The first thing is you need to know if it's the front or rear. Front usually work all the time below 5 miles an hour. The rears will only work when you put it in reverse. So I'm not in reverse, I'm in neutral. I've turned the ignition on and they're just sounding like this, which is very annoying. Luckily I can override it and silence it. I'm getting a bit bored of starting the car and having to override them. So we need to take a look at it. Now you'll see there's some videos on YouTube online where what people do is, the first thing is try cleaning them. But before we get into cleaning, let's say how do they work? Well, they work a bit like a bat or sonar on a ship for detecting where, I nearly said sheep are, for detecting where fish are in the ocean or the bottom of the ocean. And it works on Doppler or sound rays, ultrasonic. So it will send out a signal, it'll know how long it takes to send the signal and come back for a set distance. So that's why you get this beeping noise as it gets closer, and then the intensity goes to like a solid beep when something's close up to it, so it knows where it is. So we've got this sound now. There's nothing in front of the car at all. If you look, there's nothing near the front of the car to make the sound. So what is it? Well, it could be a multitude of things really. The first thing is, are they actually dirty? If you get dirt on the sensor, that can affect the signal it's sending out, so it actually sees the dirt and thinks that is an obstacle in front. So we're going to clean them first of all with WD-40 and see what that does. We're also then going to have a look at another thing which is probably more common on an older car, in that the head of it in the middle, which is a little round circle, is painted to match the colour of the car, and it's aluminium. And you get some stone chips on it, the paint corrodes, lifts up, and the paint sort of creates a bubble. You'll see it when you're seeing it in aluminium corrosion. So you get a bubble, the paint hasn't come off, but you've got this bubble with this corrosion behind it. Well, what's actually happening is the signal's going out, hitting this bubble of paint and bouncing back and thinking it's an obstacle. And you look at it and you'll just think, oh, it looks like a little bit of paint damage on there, and probably not have linked that with a problem that the actual detector is not working. So we'll go and take a look. So I actually have had this problem before on this car, and I actually chipped the paint off here to get it to work. But what we're going to do first of all is just try cleaning it. This is it's SAS universal lubricant, but it's, for want of a word, it's as same as WD-40. So we'll just clean all around them. And do the same on the other side. But my suspicion on this one does lie with the bubble here on the paint. So I'm just going to go inside, turn the ignition on and see if the noise stops. I suspect it won't. If it did actually, it would make a very short video, wouldn't it really? So there we go, we've just got with the change we have had, we just had a continuous tone now, whereas before we had an intermittent tone. So we might have just moved something around on the surface of it, which it's not happy with. A little bit of a change there, and what I'm going to do now, I'm just actually going to scrape all this off, because you can see how it came off there easy. I'm just going to take all this paint off. I mean, that's come off so easy. So I'm just going to do the same on this one, because this may well have got worse over time. Right, so I'm just going to try this now. Turn the ignition back on. Start the car. We have no parking sensor issues, but what I will do, just to test it again now, I'm going to walk in front of the car. If I just go in front here, put my hand there, you can see that is now picking it up. You can see that's now picking it up. And if I move away, it goes off. If I move around to the other side, you can hear that, it's picking me up now. So that is it, all working, and it's absolutely cost me zero. All I've done is scrape the oxidised paint where there's probably been some sort of a stone chip. Weather's got behind it, oxidised the paint, made the paint expand. I just scraped the paint off both sensors on both sides, so you can see there's just silver aluminium in the middle now. And it's working perfectly well, so it's absolutely zero cost. I'm not even going to bother painting them, because if you paint them and you get the paint too thick, it's going to be back to where we were, where it's going to be thinking it can see an obstacle. So I'm happy, we're all done, we're all dusted. Thanks for watching, hope that saved you some money. See you all soon, bye for now.